touched on it quite a bit here, but let's set a baseline on a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the strong benefits to an employee. Like,
Okay.
why would they get a certification?
So it's along the same lines, and again, I'm going to go back 20 something years in this. It's along the same lines that I used to tell people that get a Microsoft certification in 1998. You did it to prove that you had a minimum base level of knowledge. Now, the problem that with the Microsoft certifications that in 1998 is you could study for that and not have that knowledge and never have to touch it again and claim that you had that knowledge until forever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's being changed significantly as we talk about technology changes and everything else. The benefits to the employee are to be able to say, I can do X. Now, I think what you're starting to see with a lot of companies is what they're finding out. They're not just a customer of Microsoft or Amazon or Google. They're, in a lot of cases, they're a partner. But they're a partner not in a traditional way. They're not like a channel reseller, or they're not an ISV. They're a systems integrator for their own systems. A lot of, I live in Houston, Texas. There's a lot of companies here who have a lot of qualified people. They have entire development teams that are doing custom development for their own internal staff. And that technically, if you went through and did the kind of the checkpoints and say, what are you doing this? Why would you do this? It allows you to say that we're a Microsoft partner and or you're an AWS partner. And this is the capability that you can meet to that. Now, it's not just about reselling. It then becomes, hey, I want to grab access to, vendor-based resources for support. I want to be able to do all these other things that are in place. And how do I do that? Well, I reach into that partnership, I'm going to say bucket, and pull out the things I need, whether it's development licenses or testing environments, whether it's access to support staff, access to pre-sales engineering, a lot of different things. Now, there's multiple levels in all cases, and I think that what's going to start to happen from an employee is, from an employee point of view, is really to kind of look at it and say, I'm more valuable than person X and I'm person Y, and especially in a pandemic right now, right? Nobody wants to be able to say I'm more valuable than that person. And the very first question I'm going to ask is why? As an employer, I'm going to look at it and go, why? And if you say, well, I've worked really hard and I've done my time and I've done everything else, and Aaron and Jack are sitting here across the table, and Jack says, well, I am too, I've done all the same things, it becomes a distinguishing factor. I've put an extra bit of time in. I put a bit of extra time in to prove my recommendation or prove my and be recognized by the vendor that says I know this value. And obviously, that number goes up and down or specializes based off of what vertical technology stack that you're talking in. But when I sit down and I start to talk with people about it, people ask me all the time, why would I want to get, our own employees have that conversation too. Why would I want to be certified? What's the value to the employee? Well, the answer to that question is to distinguish yourself against someone else with an equal capability and skill set. I want to recognize the people that are, as an employer, I want to recognize the people that are working really, really hard to distinguish and prove that this is what they've learned. It goes to that. I'm a big fan of continual learning, and this is a big part of it. So
thank you for watching Stratum's Cloud Interrupted. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like, and share this video.